Hello, welcome to Chris Collects and another edition of 4K Blu-ray reviews. Today we are going to take a look at Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice, the Ultimate Edition 4K IMAX expanded aspect ratio release. What a mouthful. It was something like that. Anyway, we're going to take a look at this. But before we do, make sure you leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell icon to get notified of all future videos. And without further ado, let's get into the review. Okay, so Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice, the film that should have made $1 billion but made 800 million instead. Don't want to dive too much into the, the whole thing of BVS and, how it came to be. But I will talk a little bit about my opinion on the film. So, of course, we've got Ben Affleck starring as Batman, and we've got Henry Cavill coming back as Superman. Who else? We got Jesse Eisenberg playing Lex Luthor. Who else is in this movie? Amy Adams is Lois Lane. Jeremy Irons is Alfred. And that is literally everyone I can think of. But there you go. There's some people that are in the film. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. There we go. So, I am not the biggest lover of this film. I don't hate it. I did fall asleep in the cinema the first time I saw it, purely because it's a film called Batman vs Superman. It was 2.5 hours long, and they have probably like 2 fights in the whole movie, and one wasn't even really a fight. One was just a sort of a standoff. So I was expecting them to fight more, and I do have some issues around motivations. I think Batman's got very valid motivations for going after Superman, but I don't think Superman had very valid motivations for going after Batman. Also, this is an interesting one because this feels like it's meant to be the Man of Steel sequel. However, this is way more of a Batman movie than it is a Superman movie, which isn't a bad idea, because, Man of Steel is one of those films where some people really liked it, some people weren't that hot on it. I personally quite enjoy Man of Steel. It's not one of my favourite films ever. It's not one of my favourite DC films ever. But I actually really enjoyed Man of Steel. So I was really excited for Batman vs Superman. And I do really, really love Ben Affleck as Batman. I think he brought something really awesome to the role. And I wish we got more from him. But I'm also really looking forward to Robert Pattinson. So that's enough about the film. Let's dive into picture quality, audio quality, and all that jazz. Special features, packaging. So, this was a film that I believe wasn't shot entirely on IMAX. Not like Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War. And I think Justice League, quite a lot of that was shot on IMAX. The Snyder one, anyway. However, this has been, the bits that weren't shot in IMAX have been post-converted into IMAX, and that's sort of the big selling point of this edition of the film, is it comes with that expanded aspect ratio. So rather than having the black bars on the top and bottom, you have them on the sides. Zack Snyder's Justice League is exactly the same. It has black bars down the sides instead of the top and bottom. So I do think the aspect ratio makes it look better than it does on Blu-ray. Not by a lot. I think you'd be hard-pressed to notice at times, because it's a newer film. I think a lot of it was shot digitally, because there are a lot of special effects that are not really doable practically. So I do think it makes a difference. I do think it's worth picking up if you are a big fan of Batman vs Superman. I'm not the hugest fan of Batman vs Superman. The reason I picked it up is basically because I have Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I thought it'd be quite nice to have both of those Zack Snyder films with that aspect ratio. But I think it's good. It does look good, especially some of the more sort of not vibrant, but I guess brighter sequences, like the nightmare sequence when you got that sort of deserts, sand color. I do think Superman's suit pops a little bit more on 4K than it does on Blu-ray, but there are a lot of really dark sequences that I just don't think benefit from a 4K upgrade. So picture quality for me on this is about a 3.5 out of 10. IMAX sequence is really good. And of course, because it's all in IMAX, it's not going to be jarring when it shifts aspect ratio. But yeah, really, it's an interesting idea to do. I am curious to know if he's going to do it for Man of Steel. I know there's a Man of Steel BVS and a Justice League trilogy set, but I don't know if that's got a expanded aspect ratio Man of Steel. If there is one, I'd definitely be interested in having the 3 films in that aspect ratio. Audio, solid. If I recall, it is, Dolby Atmos. Really good. Dolby Atmos is a killer audio for 4K. It just works really well. Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL do the music for Batman vs Superman, and I think the music is a real highlight. The score is really noticeable, especially in that opening sequence, the A Beautiful Lie sequence, where we see the Waynes get murdered. That is a really nice sequence to watch in this expanded aspect ratio with that Dolby Atmos track. So the audio, I would go for a 4 out of 5 for the audio. Now, in terms of special features, if you are a special features freak, prepare to be disappointed, because here you go. Introduction, and commentary by director Zack Snyder. That's it. That's all you get. It's a 4K disc. If you've collected 4K for any length of time, you'll know that they quite often come with a Blu-ray disc of the film as well, and the Blu-ray disc is where all the special features are. It's quite rare to get special features on 4K discs, even though they could carry the special features. I think it's more of a, they want to make sure you get the best quality out of the film that you can. Packaging, nothing super special. It's that poster that we're all used to, with that split face of Batman and Superman. There's the back, and the big bolster is now with enhanced color and expanded picture aspect ratio. And like I said, Superman's suit does pop more. There's the disc, and there's also an ad for the Batman and the Suicide Squad. And this little flyer also gives you some ads of upcoming games, and it just gives you some general ads of other Warner Brothers properties, like Batwoman, The Flash, Justice Society World War II, and Batman Soul of the Dragon. You've also got Man of Steel and Birds of Prey, and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. That very long, annoying title. So that really is it for Batman vs Superman. One thing I do wish, and I'm probably in the minority, which is why it's not the case, I do wish it had a version of the theatrical release. I do wish it had that 2.5 hour version. This is the full 3 hour Ultimate Edition cut. I know a lot of people prefer this cut. I know I'm in the minority when I say this, but I prefer the theatrical 2.5 hour cut. I think the added stuff doesn't flesh out Superman's motivations. It doesn't really add anything for me. So on that regard, I do wish it had that, but I understand why it doesn't. So overall, I'd give this release a solid 7.5 out of 10. If you're a huge fan of this film, if you're a huge fan of Zack Snyder's DC, then I do think you should pick this up. It is definitely worth it in that regard. If you're a casual fan like me, it's probably not worth it. But like I said, I picked it up just out of curiosity more than anything else. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of Batman vs Superman. I know that, I know loads of people that do really like the movie. I know loads of people that, are a bit like me, where it's kind of like they don't love it, but they don't hate it. I will actually be covering Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League. I was thinking of doing it for the Batman, but then I decided not to because we've got the Flash coming out in November, so I'm going to save that for the Flash. I am actually going to potentially do Joss Whedon's and Zack Snyder's Justice League, if I can be bothered to buy Joss Whedon's one on 4K or not. I might have it on 4K actually, because I have the Steelbook. I'll have to have a look. But yeah, I will be doing Zack Snyder's Justice League definitely during that. I may also do a few regular Blu-ray reviews for other DC films. So I might also do Flashpoint Paradox, for example, if that's something that people would be interested in, because that obviously would tie into the Flash movie as well. So do let me know if there's anything you'd want to see me do a review of. I am going to be as well just doing random 4K reviews when I get around to it. I've got loads of 4Ks to review. Got Tenet, got Prestige, got The Matrix, got Wizard of Oz, got Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Beetlejuice, the Tom Holland Spider-Mans. There's loads of 4Ks for me to do reviews of, so eventually I will have probably reviewed every single one that I own. But yep, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to get notified of all future videos, and I'll see you in the next video.